I'm Abubakar Sadiq Boniface, the interim chairman of the new party we're going to unveil to you today. Friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, my leader, I won't mention his name. Good morning and welcome to this special event. Today, we present to you the United Party, or UP+. Additionally, you may call it 2.0 plus. We will be telling you, and I believe ourselves, that this party has come to resurrect the old bones in the aged who know much about UP. The UP Plus received its provisional certificate on the 3rd day of October 2025. Today we announce with enormous pride our arrival on the political scene of our beloved country. Every seed will germinate. But what I want to tell you is that when you sow a seed, it has to rot before it germinates. We have come from different walks of life. Every political party in this country will trace its roots to the Aborigines' rights protection movement, through to where? UGCC. UGCC gave birth to CPP. UP, which I'll be coming on, was produced and given birth singularly by Santehene and Bafo, Ochiame Bafo Akuto. Bafo Akuto was CPP, but today we are priding of being UP, and I'll give you the details. The UP Plus, as a political organization meant to bring real change to governance, we will make a difference because of our focus on universal values and respect for leadership of competence. We are not just taking people to lead us, but people who are credible, competent, and have a vision. These are the people who merit such positions. Ladies and gentlemen, the initial United Party of Ghana was once made up of at least 7 political parties, if you remember. I believe there are people who have forgotten of history, either oral, if you have a grandparent or a mom who lived through independence to date, will tell you those political parties. We had NLM, Muslim Association Party. We had Anglo Youth Movement. We had Transvolta Congress. Is that it? And then we had others on the peripheries, like the Fanti Confederacy and so on. About 7 parties came together. And at the end of the day, they formed what we call United Party. So, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, chiefs, farmers, businessmen came together to help consolidate the United Party. Nobody can claim absolute control. I'm always confused when I hear that others talk about Dankwa, Dombo, Buzia. You are talking of tripartite, but this is 7 teams that came together. Have you forgotten of Ayeke? Have you forgotten of SG Anto? Have you forgotten of Modestu Sapalu, Amadou Baba, Baba Ladan, Chiroma, and the rest? When you come, you talk of 3. Is that right? No. So please, we have come together that the rejected stone will always become what? Cornerstone of the foundation. We were sacked. But today they claim they are giving us amnesty. What does amnesty mean? What crime has our new leader committed? What crime did I commit in NPP for you to sack me? And today you are telling me you are giving me amnesty. No way. No way. When you divorce in Islam, when you divorce a woman 3 times, she's no longer your wife till thy kingdom come. I consider myself, I consider people like Baba Alaji in the Islamic fraternity have been sacked. We don't belong to anybody. We came and contributed. Ghana first. We believe in Ghana and nothing else. Our members include people, renowned people in this country. Some were members of parliament, cabinet ministers, some from NDC, some from NPP, PNC. Today they have come together to form what we call a united party. If they had forgotten, the UP was inaugurated when? 3rd November 1957. When Kwame Nkrumah was introducing what we call ADA, Avoidance of the Discrimination Act. This was where Otunfo called Ochiame Bafwa and said, look, gentlemen, Kwame Nkrumah is saying that by December, if any party formed based on religion, ethnicity, regionalism, that party will be banned by 31st December 1957. So you see, people are born being smarter than people who think they are in positions. Bafwa Koto was CPP, but by the instructions of Asante Hene, he quickly moved around the whole country, pulled all the parties together, and then they came and formed a party called UP, United Party, because it was broad-based. It was no longer religion. It was no longer tribal, ethnicity, or regionalism. So this is what our new party is about. We believe in the old values, the core values that help to establish UP. But those core values have diminished. People now want to be authoritative, authoritarians, and therefore when they lead a party, they think the party belongs to them. They forget that party is formed by the people. When you talk of democracy, you talk of what? Is it a party of the people, for the people, and of the people? Is that not so? If you claim a party for you and you are a dictator, then the party belongs to you and your room. Parties die because of such things. Please, ladies and gentlemen, in 1969, another group, the Progress Party, PP, had adopted these values, the old values, the good socialization values. Though the personalities and associations of some of the constituent members of the United Party had changed. In 1969, it was Buzia, if you remember. Buzia was overthrown. Later in 1979, when the dispensation was given to start new political parties, another party emerged. And this is from the line, the lineage of UP. And that was Popular Front Party. Unfortunately, you see, sometimes our lives are such that we have too much envy. When it comes to leadership, people want to suppress you. They will oppress you, suppress you, and by subversion, they want to destroy you. So in 1979, when it came clear that this was the time, I'm sure they had forgotten, that was the time they even destroyed the tripartite, the Dankwa Dombo Buzia. When it was the time of Victor Usu, another group within the family broke away and formed what we call UNC. So in Ghana, anything that happens, you have to cast your mind to the past. Don't just conclude. It doesn't happen for nothing. And so, unfortunately, Victor Usu lost because UNC had broken off and then decided to go secretly with PNP, People's National Party. That is Dr. Liban's party. Ladies and gentlemen, the essence of this story is today to say that no single group or group of persons in an identified political party can claim or lay absolute claim either to a historical name or set of political values developed over time. Ghana's political history is full of personalities and new groups of mixing, coming together and separating along the ideological lines of left, right, or center. We are centrists. We believe in the good things of the right, good things of the left. We bring it to the center and present it to Ghanaians and make Ghana a better place to stay. Before UP+, some of us were in NPP, some of us were in NDC, some CPP, PNC, and others of different political persuasions. Either your father was CPP, but today you are in NPP. Your father was NDC, today you are NPP. I started my political career as independent, metamorphosed into NPP. Today, I'm UP. I believe in that because I believe in special values, integrity, good vision, honesty, and good character. We have a problem in this country because of exclusion, not inclusion. When you are a good player, your coach thinks that you will be richer than him because you'll be bought as a good professional player. They will sideline you. This is what is happening in Ghana politics. Not until our leaders become honest, God-fearing, to serve Ghana, worship Ghana, we will never go forward. Before, some of us were NPP and NDC, some CPP, PNC, and others different political persuasion. For the 2024 elections, we established Movement for Change, which later expanded into strategic electoral partnership called Alliance for Revolutionary Change, which included members from both left and right of the political spectrum. Therefore, we of the UP+ have adopted the best of the values and principles of the early UP, many of which are now taken for granted as constitutional rights. But we have also enhanced them based on our diverse experiences of governance in Ghana. We are a center party, the Centrist. Pragmatism is our watchword. We have to be very objective in whatever we are doing. We adopt workable policies, driving private enterprise for growth, whilst protecting social development. We balance our priorities and ensure the best interests of Ghana at all times. We are big on integrity, discipline, mindsets, and behavioral change. That is UP. The interim leadership of UP Plus brings together decades of top quality public service experience in both elected and appointed office, private sector, and organized civil society, local and international. So this party is not just coming out or thinking somebody is saying that we want to break their party or out of frustration. No. We sat down, thought very well, reflected, expanded our watch, and finally came together to come up with this party. Ghana is our motherland, and we want to save Ghana. This solid experience blends with youth who have fresh energy. This party is for the youth and women. You know, man, like we once said, you and I wouldn't have been surviving if Eve had not entrapped Adam. You know that? You are well dressed, handsome, beautiful. Like today, we'll have been naked. But Adam, our mother, our grandmother, Hawa, decided to test our grandfather. Today, from that time, it told us that there is a need for a change in man's life. You go through a process. It's not just an event. So this is where we are. At any point in time, you need to look back to where you come at your present date and then reflect. Am I going forward or am I going backwards? If it's backwards, please, then you change your direction. And we believe that no one is static in a party. No one has been born to be placed in one party. No. Your interest is to change wherever you live and make it comfortable and conducive for people to live in. Also, we aim at working together with the most competent national talent and assets for the benefit of Ghana. Our government will always be one based on national unity. Unity of ideas, unity of resources, and unity in the sharing of benefits. When you finish working, you have to enjoy the fruits of your sweat. But we'll do that genuinely, equitably, so that everybody will know that what I get is what I deserve. Don't behave like the three thieves, where they went with one small boy, they stole a goat, and then after stealing the goat, they told the small boy to go and fetch water. They finished dressing the goat, they shared it. There were two big ones and one small one. So the small boy said, they weren't going to take this small one. The whole world will hear that this goat was stolen. That is where we want a new generation, a new crop of people with sincerity, being God-fearing. Honest, we have come to serve Ghana. We should do the right thing so that Ghana will regain its name. That is the UP for you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is on this note that I welcome you to the adoring of the UP Plus. I urge you to take on the duty of informing voters that the UP Plus exists as a viable alternative with spaces and opportunities beyond NPP and NDC. The two parties have excluded some of our best talents with narrow doors, closed with underhand tactics. We will educate the public that UP Plus is different, with open doors, welcoming merit, and prepared to work with everybody. This party is a unique party. No discrimination, no tribalism. You know, no, you don't come from my region. I don't come from the same region with you. So this guy, sideline him. We are a people with coming from one nation, one destiny. So we are one people, never to discriminate. If you're an Akan or Ashanti, precise, I'm Gunja Hausa, I'm Nkonya, I'm Kweu. We are all the same. Sometimes I find it difficult to even express my ethnicity or my tribe. Because as I stand here, I have, oh yes, I have Scottish blood, I have Fanti blood, I have Kweu blood, I have Ashanti blood, I have Gunja blood, I have Hausa blood, I have Gruchi blood, I have Chumbulu blood. So you see, I speak all those languages. It's not being concocted, it's true. Those who know me, I speak in Konya. Those who speak in Konya, try me. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, this is something you should reflect. Indeed, nearly 2 million persons refused to vote in the last elections. They were prepared to risk their lives. Some of you were part of it. To risk your life in opposition. Is that not so? Because they preferred a better leadership. Ghana, and I repeat, Ghana, we have no problem. Ghana has no problem. We have a leadership crisis. We need people, when we talk of leadership, somebody who will lead, a transformational leader, a transactional leader, a servant leader, charismatic leader. When he appears, I'm not just trying to sell Alan as my leader and will be no, he has to justify when the time comes. But the point is that when you find certain leaders, nobody tells you that this is a leader. Handsome, tall, broad. What again? I mean, there are certain representations when you take for somebody to come and represent your country. How do you feel? I won't go there, but at least how do you feel? So, so some of you risked your lives. Some of you were at the verge of being attacked, killed, wounded, just because you had ceded off to support Alan. I know some were beaten, attacked in the night. Some even had their houses burnt. But yes, blocked. But ladies and gentlemen, for anything good, you take a risk for greater return of what? Return. Whatever you have lost, we pray, inshallah, God will replenish it. Will replenish it and then go forward. Others argue that the two parties who have been involved or involving in and out of government have both failed. It's not me who is saying it. Look, when you keep eating one food all the time, there's a day you have a problem with your wife. I take TZ, I take fufu, but continuously rice. Don't you think one day you'll be fed up? You are a foul. So it is very, very important. We have been stuck to the duopoly system in Ghana. We are not taking any benefit, but at least at the end of the day, we need to come up with an alternative system. All governments have failed. It was only one person I can remember who attempted it and did it, and that was President Kufuor. Positive inclusion. That's how I joined NPP. because he invited us, and myself and the late Rashid Bao, my cousin, and we joined him. We came as independent. But when we came home and realized that that place was so conducive, can receive visitors, we decided to give the best out of ourselves to support NPP. But today, I say it doesn't exist. When you come, we were on Kayang. It's a jargon being used. So, inclusive governance and sustainable development, you need people. Ghanaians are yearning for it. Thank you. Okay. So we talk of a party and leadership that we can trust. Ghana, there are people in those parties, those duopoly, they don't trust, they are only there because they have no place to go. But who will give them a refuge? They should come. These forward-thinking voters, many quite youthful and independent-minded, are deeply concerned about prioritizing national interests, resolving unemployment, and empowering the ordinary Ghanaian to live a life of reasonable prosperity. Right now, everything we have in this country, we should not say we are poor. Why is our water bodies destroyed? Every corner of Ghana you go, there's gold. We have bauxite, we have diamond, we have manganese, we have cobalt, we have lithium, you have iron. Tell me everything, but you need a single person who has foresight, who can bring all these things together and transform them into a more productive asset that will change the condition of you and I. The United Party is here to meet those aspirations. We invite you, the media, and all of the civil society to work with us to refresh our democracy and lead ourselves into a new era of inclusive prosperity founded on what? Integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having patience for me. God bless you.